Hello everyone. It is story time with Auntie D. Let's start today's book. Today's book is Fancy Nancy and the Too Loose Tooth. Let's start reading. This book is written by Jane O'Connor. The cover illustrations are by Robin Prius Glasser and the interior illustrations are by Ted Ennick. It is a HarperCollins publishing. Let's start. Lionel and I are swinging on the monkey bars. Have you guys played on the monkey bars? Lionel swings upside down. Can you see that? Woof woof. I'm an ape. Lionel shouts and scratches under his arms. See? Lionel swings again. But he bangs onto a bar. Can you see that? He bangs his head. Oh, he says. Lionel jumps to the ground. I jump down too. You need to help, right? His hand is over his mouth. There is a little gore. What does gore mean? Gore is a fancy word for blood. Come quick, Miss Glass, I shout. Lionel is injured. What does injured mean? That means hurt. So Lionel is hurt. I'm okay, Lionel smiles. He lost a tooth. It is in his hands. Can you see that? It was already loose, he says. Miss Glass lets me go to the nurse with Lionel. First, Lionel washes out his mouth. Then the nurse hands Lionel a white plastic tooth on a chain. Isn't that nice? Pop! The top opens. Can you guys see that? In goes the tooth. Pop! The top snaps shut. For the rest of the day, Lionel wears his tooth necklace. I long for a tooth necklace too. What does long mean? That means I really, really want one. But you only get one if your tooth falls out at school. One of my teeth is loose now. It better not fall out at home. All week, my tooth gets looser and looser. I wiggle it a lot at school. I wiggle it in the art class. I wiggle it at lunch. At home, I do not wiggle it at all. I eat a lot of soft stuff like bananas and ice cream. I don't talk much. Talking might make my tooth fall out. My dad asks, want me to pull your tooth out? It won't hurt. No, I shout. It can't fall out at home. On Thursday at school, my tooth is hanging by a thread. I keep waiting for it to fall out. But the last bell rings and my tooth is still stuck in my head. I must prevent my tooth from falling out tonight. What does prevent mean? It is a fancy word to stop something. I put a little tape around it. What's wrong with your mouth? My mother asks. I write a note to explain. My tooth is very loose. I don't want it to fall out until I'm at school. Then I'll get a tooth necklace. That night, I sleep with my mouth open. I am not taking any chances. Can you see that? Friday morning, I get dressed very carefully. I start walking to school. Achoo! I sneeze. Oh no! Sneezing made my tooth fall out. It is in my mouth. I'm not at school yet. So, does this mean I don't deserve a tooth necklace? But my tooth is still in my mouth. So, in a way, it has not really fallen out yet. I keep my lips shut tight. I walk very fast. At last, I arrive at school. What does arrive mean? It's a fancy word for getting someplace. I spit my tooth into my hand. I just lost a tooth, I shout. Miss Glass sends me to the nurse. Oh la la, I have a tooth necklace. It looks so fancy. I wear it all day. But guess what? I do not feel joyful. What does joyful mean? Joyful is a fancy word for happy. She does not feel happy about it. Why? Finally, I confess. What does confess mean? Confess means telling. I confess about it. Confess means telling about something bad that you did. So I tell Miss Glass how my tooth fell out. I need to return the tooth necklace because she planned it all, right? That's not a very nice thing to do. Miss Glass thinks for a moment. A moment is the fancy word for a second. Your tooth didn't fall out at home. You were already in transit. What does transit mean? That means on the way to school. I think that counts. Miss Glass checks with the nurse. She calls the nurse and asks her, is that correct? The nurse agrees. The tooth necklace is mine to keep forever. Now she feels good, right? Because it's not good to lie. For the first time all day, I smile a big smile with a hole in it. See, she doesn't have a tooth. The end. So, what all words did we learn today? Arrive. Arrive means getting someplace. Confess means telling about something bad that you did. Gore means blood. Injured means hurt. In transit means on the way. Joyful means happy. Long for means really, really want. Moment is a second. And prevent means stop something. Did you guys like this book? I really liked it. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel so that next time we both can read the next book together. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.